We're talking with millionaires this hour to show you that it can be done. Millionaires next door. And we happened to have had, as God would have it, I was going to say coincidence, in the lobby just joining us, hanging out, Dan is with us, who just stopped by to have a cookie today and get a picture made and so forth at the commercial break, and said, hey, he would jump on. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Where do you live?
South of Washington, D.C., southern Maryland.
Okay, cool. So you wanted to join the conversation because you've done this too?
Yeah, I happened to be walking in, heard the topic. It's like, wow, I knew answers to some of the questions.
So how much is your nest egg?
My wife and I were a little over $2 million, or right at that amount.
Okay, excellent. And how old are you?
51. Just
51. Okay, so you've been working, what, 25 years?
About 27.
About 27 years. All right, cool. And your income now, household income?
It's a little over 200.
Okay, and what was your average through that 27 years, would you say?
I would say our average household was 90,000.
Okay, all right. So you didn't average over 100. And what do you do for a living? What do y'all do for a living, both of you?
I'm a systems engineer, and my wife's a financial analyst.
Okay, very cool, very cool. And so did you, what is the money in, is that your 401ks and mutual funds or what? What's it in?
It's 1.2 mil in all retirement pretty much, mostly mutual funds, a little bit of stocks. I would say it's conservative as well, relatively conservative, not full bore stocks. The rest is real estate. We have a home, rental property, and also we bought a condominium at the beach about 5 years ago, and started listening to you about 5 years ago, and a lot of that was leveraged or debt, and just recently paid off a couple of weeks ago. I would have tried to do the debt-free screen piece, but my wife said, you're not doing that without me, and unfortunately she couldn't be here today.
Okay, well, we'll schedule that later for you. We'll get you back on. That's fun. So you're debt-free, of course. I haven't asked the other people that. I should have done that. But they all are. Okay, James said that we did check with them. All right. And so this is 401k money and rental real estate, basically, and your home. And so you have a good match at your companies over the years?
Not spectacularly, 3 to 5% in there.
Okay. Did you have any one big hit, or did you inherit money, or did you start with wealth?
No, didn't start with wealth, but I grew up in Maryland, went to University of Maryland. My parents did pay. I lived at home, but my parents did pay for tuition then, which when I started in 1982, it was like about $700 a semester. And so I had no college debt or anything like that. So took advantage of being in state. I guess I've always thought financially, and the compound the interest piece caught my eye and all that kind of thing. So.
It does inspire you the first time you understand. I put Ben and Arthur in my first book, and I've tried to use that chart ever since when we're teaching about this, because it just shows you the power of saving money. And when you start talking about saving $100 a month, that turns into $1 million, and for that number of years, and really that's right where you are. You're obviously double that, but so you don't attribute this to any one big thing. I mean, you didn't strike it rich at the poker table, or have one stock that went through the roof or something like that.
No,
there was no get rich quick in this. You didn't hit the lottery.
Not at all. It was all live below my means. Some of my family, I'm sure, thinks I've been cheap through the years, but the only new car I bought was right out of college. Got kind of signed up. It's like that's the thing you do. But we bought one other new one, but that was with cash. Everything else has been with cash. Never had a car loan or anything. It's kind of nice to go in there and not have to worry about that.
So no student loans, no car loans the whole time?
No.
Okay. So staying out of debt enabled you to do this. You guys take vacations?
Modest vacations. We're looking to take more now.
Well, you got a beach house. So
yeah, we go there a few times a year for sure.
Okay. Very cool. So you're listening. I'll say the same thing to you I said to the other guys. There's a 24-year-old version of you out there listening right now. What do you tell them? How did you become worth $2 million?
Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Live below your means. Always be forward-looking. Apply yourself at whatever your career goal is. And as I've gotten older, and I wish I'd known younger, really work with your spouse and be a team. That helps a great deal.
Very cool. Dan, thanks for jumping on the mic. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Very cool.
Show.